the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio.
You play it in your system every night now.
Greetings, everyone, and nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the load up.
Well, Kevin,
and they need him to be that way, D.A. Thank you, especially after Tim Duncan's retirement and Manu and TP getting older. This is Kawhi's team now, for sure. A lot of experienced veterans in tonight's game, which brings up a question, Brent. We often see freshmen dominate in college, but it usually takes years for someone to have that same domination in the pros. Why the difference?
I don't know, Kevin. You've been watching the last 4 or 5 years. Doesn't it feel like the young guys are coming in and doing damage right away?
I see them exactly. Their fingerprints have never been more bold and impactful than right now.
I agree. The last decade has shown some of the incredible talent and young talent that the league has been able to find, and they've come in and done a remarkable job with each of their opportunities.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Iguodala is at the 3, with Green playing the 4. Livingston is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Pachulia in at the center position. And the Warriors making a change here. McCaw's checked in. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Drills it from outside. Iguodala's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the arc Iguodala has on his three-point shots, almost like he's drawing rain from time to time.
Leonard with the bucket.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take-charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Here's McCaw. Puts up a 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Got to do your best to make Steph put the ball on the floor. I know he can still do that, but catch and shoot is just deadly.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Leonard draws the double, and it's Parker in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
There's that length and anticipation. Hard to get the ball over Aldridge in that scenario.
Yes, that goes in. Parker's got his first 2 points of the night. The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry kicks to Iguodala. And it's off from three-point range. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Parker dishes to Gasol. Back to Parker. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Parker's got his second basket of the game.
Now that's what you're going to get with Pau Gasol, a tremendous passer who's got his eyes up at all times.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer, and he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
And Leonard gets it to go. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Celtics in Boston.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time, guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight, they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, it gives you unanticipated advantages.
Here's Leonard, following the score by Golden State. Green, no luck. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's Pachulia, and Pachulia with the dunk.
Yeah, I'd feel good with Steph Curry running the show if I was a coach. He passes like that, and it tells you just how unselfish his play can be.
Now, here's Green. 9 points last game out. Good-looking screen by Gasol, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Number 1, Draymond Green.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Gasol. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Now here is McGee. On its way from Curry for two, and the Warriors miss again.
Not sure what the deep. Was doing there, clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Ginobili the pass to Leonard. Shoots over Curry. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 9.
Well, at a time when threes.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome.
The Stars spank and before. Well, thanks, David. Andorra's over the past few years, the Pacific Division, a case of the haves and the have-nots. Talk about what you're seeing out there.
Well, clearly the Golden State Warriors have set themselves up not only for success in this past several years, maybe as unprecedented a run as we have seen, but also they're set up for the next decade as long as they continue to have solid management. What I'm curious about are the two Los Angeles teams. The Clippers have had a measure of success, but can they get themselves over the top with the market and the great owner that they have? The Los Angeles Lakers for a very long time owned the city of LA. What is on the horizon for them with some of their young pieces? And the Suns and the Kings, will we start to see them make some inroads up the standings in the West? Can't wait to see.
Terrific analysis. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Iguodala is at the 3 with Green playing the 4. Steph Curry's out there with Livingston, and it's Pachulia in at the 5. Home in the paint. Now Green after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Inside, here's Parker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Parker's got his first bucket of the night.
And able to get it done once again in close. Just one of the ultimate finishers at the rim.
Golden State moving it around. Here's Curry with the three. Drops in the tray.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Curry against Parker. Aldridge with a screen on Iguodala. Back to Parker. To the paint. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
The Spurs offense, one of the most efficient in the NBA. It's all predicated, Greg, on motion.
And it's ball movement and player movement. They kind of want to warp the defense and force mistakes, and that's when they strike.
San Antonio on defense. Curry, good.
It's a near instant release on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Steph Curry. Incredible percentage with how quickly he gets it off.
Now here's Leonard. He had 25 points in the win against Boston.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Draymond Green. Parker outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Curry. Tipped away.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Passes it to Livingston. Outside Curry. On the wing, Iguodala. Back to Curry. Kicks it to Pachulia. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Curry with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
To the inside. Second chance shot, and there's the nice layup by Gasol.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
It's Curry outside. A rebound by the Spurs. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
I think, Greg, everyone played their role so well, and I loved how aggressive the guys off the bench were in that one.
Dish now to Parker. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Parker's got his second basket of the night.
And he's really redefined the floater. Parker is one of the best in the business.
Curry kicks to Livingston, and here's Iguodala outside. Green with the rebound. San Antonio leading.
And how about last season, Steve Kerr becoming the fastest coach in NBA history to reach the 200-win plateau? This guy has had nothing but success in his first run and already considered one of the elite coaches in the league.
And Aldridge slams it in.
Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
Curry kicks to McGee, feeds it to Pachulia. From past the arc. The shot comes out, and the Spurs going the other way now. And Doris, for Kerr to get win number 200, the team only needed 238 games played. For those wondering, that is an insane 84% winning percentage.
Wow. Yeah, Kev, you look at all the coaches in any sport, and none of them comes close to that career winning percentage. And for all his success, the guy remains humble and does nothing but give credit to the players. This guy deserves recognition for an incredible record.
Offensive rebound. Now the Warriors moving it up. Will it go? Livingston. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And this is a team they battled in the conference finals last season. Coming up short.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Anderson, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for Leonard. Ano Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. Golden State also making some changes. West is checked in for Pachulia. Young comes in for Andre Iguodala. And McCaw is subbed in for Steph Curry.
That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
Anderson the screen. Mills dishes to Anderson. On target from 13 feet. Anderson's got his first basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Spurs passing it around. Shots good by Mills. Mills has got his first points of the game. Warriors trail by 3. Pass to McGee. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Here's Gay. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Spurs lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really...
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother. And that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Not at all. Every time they get the ball, they're looking to burn the defense in transition.
Mills and Manu at the guards. Anderson is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Gay in at the small forward. So that's who San Antonio starts the second round. Spurs leading by 4. Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
So it's the Spurs now. The Warriors making the shot. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. From the low block, that misses off the backboard. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Young passes to Livingston. The game now all time. Livingston's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Young in the corner. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep all broken down for the Spurs.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot.
And here's Mills after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
Well, that basket began with Steph Curry's defense. He's thinking one step ahead, creates the steal, and triggers the break.
Now here's Murray, and he's good on the 3 ball. And the Spurs lead by 1.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
It really is, Greg. These squads are evenly matched. They are going at it right now.
Hey, Doris, with all the switching on defense, it seems like everyone has to be able to guard both inside and on the perimeter. Do you see us becoming even more of a positionless league?
You know, this is a fascinating aspect to me because you focus on a player like Draymond Green, who coming out of Michigan State was considered a tweener, somebody who was neither a guard nor a forward and didn't have the requisite skill set to be effective in the NBA. But there is true value to players, be it at the small forward, the power forward, or the center position. Because the league is such a heavy pick and roll, because the floor is so spread, Kevin, the guys who have the kind of lateral mobility and the basketball IQ to switch onto smaller players and stay in front and contest shots, they're crucial. For right now, this is the trend, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon.
The Warriors have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Nailed from three-point land.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the three.
Green kicks to McCaw. Back to Curry from deep. Another three for Golden State.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Parker kicks to Murray. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played, outside Gasol. Gasol setting the pick for Murray. Back to Gasol. 4 on the clock. Excellent D there from Pachulia.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Curry dishes to Green. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Spurs trail by 4. Gay passes to Murray.
Well, obviously, I think when you watch the Golden State Warriors, when their pieces are clicking and humming all at the same time, it seems to me, guys, they're unbeatable.
The Spurs have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Free throw good, Murray. Danny Green, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Then for the Warriors, JaVale McGee's checked in for Draymond Green. Young is subbed in for McCaw. And Young kicks to Iguodala. No good from outside. Well, to illustrate your point with the Warriors, Doris, they were 60-0 last season when they had hit 10 threes in a game. Only if their shooters go extremely cold do they let games slip away.
This is correct, Kev, and that's exactly what you expect from great teams. There is so much firepower on their team that unless they struggle to shoot the basketball, you're going to have a hard time beating them.
Here is McGee after Pau Gasol's bucket.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Murray kicks to Green. Outside Leonard. Spurs working the ball around now. Murray dishes to Gasol. And Gasol with the dunk.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those games.
Only one man back on D. And there's Murray on the assist by Parker. And now a 4-point Spurs lead.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 17 points for Steph Curry.
Yeah, I thought he was rushing his shot early on, but not here in the second quarter.
Outside, Green. Good-looking screen by Gasol. In the corner, Murray with it. Shoots the three. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. Iguodala's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
And here is Parker. He had 16 points in the win against Boston. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago. Average number in that regard. And Parker just puts so much pressure on your defense with his speed, and he's made a living out of doing that.
It's Curry outside. Curry with another miss. Ginobili. A shot missing. It's time now to go courtside as we send you. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime
Hey,
Show.
folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. That's it for now as the
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. Livingston is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Iguodala and at the small forward position. Parker against Curry. Parker passes to Aldridge. Green kicks to Gasol. And he banks in the layup. Gasol's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Spurs.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.